What I'm talking about here for digital products, creating a brand for yourself is being authentic to the things that you can speak about. I don't know how else to explain it other than if you've ever been in a job where you just started traditional employment on a new team. I don't care if it's you were sweeping floors in a warehouse. I remember one of my first jobs was pulling, it doesn't matter, but like boxes in a warehouse and making deliveries to customers, like HVAC equipment and things like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's that or if you're out of college and you're starting your first job, or let's say you were a stay-at-home mom and you're going to the office at 30 after you decided to raise your kids to a certain age. So it's all kind of new to you. We've all probably been or joined a new organization or a team or a friend group, or you're dating somebody and you're meeting their friends or their family for the first time. There's just areas in life where you are put into a situation where I don't want to say you question your value, but you question sort of your presence in the current moment. You're not really sure where you fit in, and when you're online and you're doing things like this and you're talking to the camera, you sure as hell shouldn't pick something where you don't know anything about, unless it's an entertainment channel. And that's funny. Like, you don't know how to do this job, but somebody's filming you and you show up and you're like, I don't know. I've never picked up a hammer. I don't know any construction, but I just got a job to finish concrete. And my friend's going to hide over here and we're going to make a comedy series. Like, that's different than showing up and being like, you know what? I just got off my concrete job, and you're on a live and you're like, let's talk about concrete. Like, if it's entertainment, great. But if you're actually trying to teach people an education-based space, this is if you're selling a course, you're selling a program, a mastermind, a live event, anything ebook related, something where you're going to give someone some information and in return they're going to give you money or their contact information, any of that, you should be in a space where you've at least had some experience. You don't necessarily have to have done things at a level where no one's seen before. You could actually just have been someone that created a bunch of things and failed, and then you could speak to those and you could talk about why they failed. And then the people that are thinking about getting into the space are like, oh, well, not do that. If you're just authentic and you're just honest, I don't think that your journey is going to be as replicatable, if that's a word, is just somebody next door. You don't want to create, or at least I wouldn't recommend in this space to create something that is so easy to copy. And it's not because you're paranoid that someone's going to steal your business. It's because when you're talking about it, like if someone asks you what you do, you can give an honest, passionate answer and show that value. So if you're at like a dinner with people, the friend groups you have in, they're like, well, what do you do? And you're like, well, I help people do this, this, and this, or I help people go from here to here in this unique way. Instead of just saying, well, I help people lose weight, or I help people, start businesses. It's not very exciting. It's not very passionate. It could be something like, this is just off the cuff, but it's like, I help people that are passionate about starting a side hustle or a business find an idea or a space that will work for them and that they can show up every day, be passionate about it, provide value to their audience, and then eventually launch products and services or services that they're able to generate revenue from and provide, these results for the end customer. That's what I help do. That answer is a little bit better than, well, I sell a course or I sell an ebook. Like, at the end of the day, if you're going to monetize certain things, that's great, but you should be able to articulate it in a way. And by no means it's some advanced articulation. I mean, sometimes it's like, I don't even know, if I finished, learning the language of English. You should just be able to talk about it with kind of, let's say, a street smart type of conversation, to where when someone asks you, oh yeah, you could do this, or I would consider doing this, not, let me go back and enter it into ChatGPT.